With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator.
Got double tight, double tight.
Even, 4 down, even.
Hey, Haywood.
48's Mike.
Get it.
On first and 10, Lawrence. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check Mike 21.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
I don't think you got it, son.
Here's a second and 7.
Check Mike 21.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is third and 7.
Buzz. Gone.
Here in the middle, 55.
Hey.
Watch the safety creep.
Let's go.
From the gun, Lawrence.
You ain't got nothing.
He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run on first down. Garland, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready,
the
set.
run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Hey, Echo.
Mike.
Second and 9 now.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
days. Whoa! Let's get it.
Down.
They had the catch
Hey,
on second
stop.
down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third
Watch
down
32.
here.
Single, single.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 9,
60-out
just a
ball.
yard on that last run.
Let's go, D.
Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, Lawrence.
Here we go, D.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Ready to break.
Mike, 48.
Hey, Charlie. Deep river. Deep river.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Go.
48.
Shoot.
To throw again, Lawrence. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Come on,
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Strip that ball. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Ready.
Off play action, Lawrence.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak can take it on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Jaguars take over
There we go.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
58. 58's the Mike.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Blue dart corkers. Blue dart corkers.
Check 43. Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Deuce. Go.
Now Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Yeah.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ready? 50, plant.
Check 48's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 48.
Mike.
On first down, Lawrence. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 32-yard line.
Come on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously, the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And his throw is incomplete.
The pass.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Just like that. 58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
The 16-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Push him back. Push him back. Check 40.
Hey, exit.
Check 48's the mic. Target, 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 target.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom!
Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
3rd and 14.
Let's go.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
Last stop. Last stop.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 36. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Jaguars nothing.
Ready up. 5, Mike 55. Hey, eat. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Down. 8, read. Mike. Ready? Hey, watch the lane.
2nd and 11. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready, ready, ready. Got 55. Defense wins championships, baby. Ready. Run to the ball.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Ready, ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I got wide. I got wide. Under 10.
Hey, lock it.
10.
Hey, rock it. Rock it.
2nd and long.
Switch.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Chandler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards and a giant first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Protein spill. What happened? You better
on first down. It's Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jordan.
Come on, fellas.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60, orange.
Let's go.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Delta.
58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
All day. Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to number 16. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 10-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, I got you. I got you.
Smoke. Rock it. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hot.
From the gun to give to Henderson. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
You can't block me.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got him.
Bravo.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Hey, ready.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Another loss. Another day.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Check, 55's the Mike. Check, 55's the Mike.
I know he ain't got it.
Mike.
Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete.
Here we go.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
All day.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, That allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Right here, right here. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, Hey.
Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. 70 in.
Stay with your man.
Ready, go.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here we go.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
22-check bomber.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Set, go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
You can't stop me. You're out.
Quick the edge. 66. Bullet high. Leo.
Kill.
Go.
They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
That's it, baby.
A big
We got
play
6 all
there
day.
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Bravo.
You got tight right there. Rush in.
2nd and 15. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
First down, Giants.
Here we go, here we
A
go.
couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
He's checking. Crash.
Watch out. Man.
Check three.
Check nickel.
Six guy. Check six guy. Check.
Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
I'll go.
Mike, 48.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Ready.
58's the Mike.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
61. Matchbox light. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Here we
So
go.
2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's go. Watch twist. Showing eight.
Recon 132 fighting. Let's go.
Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Lay down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Let's go.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
I'm coming.
Set, go.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. But Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 17-yard line.
Here we go. 90. Wolf.
Check tight end. Check
Hard.
Check tight.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Kill.
Hot.
The give to Taylor. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Right there in the middle, 55. Get your swerve on.
Tighten up, tighten up. Tighten General, West. Ready.
On third down, here's Henderson.
Run, run, run.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Let's go now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Fire.
From the gun, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
I got you, boy.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Switch. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo!
48. Look, hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Come on.
Now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Go.
So after a rare
70,
misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Check 48's the mic. Check.
Looking to throw. Lawrence looking for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready,
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15.
Check 55's the mic.
On the ball. On the ball.
Check 24. Check 24.
Right on.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Big River. Big River.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
General West.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
That's our ball. Going the other
Well,
way.
that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December,
giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
No. Off.
He's coming.
Fan.
Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's taken to the 26. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And three interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby. Check, check.
Protein spill. Hey, Alpha. 55.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
Ready, go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Here we go, here we go.
Yeah.
60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Jacksonville, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-13 season. And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
in Vegas.